Hello and welcome to my Tarot Corner. So a lot of information came out yesterday after the first announcement or the first come out of the Sun with Frogxit. And apparently it was Harry and Meghan who gave out the information or leaked the information to the media in their attempt to control the narrative. And it's kind of hilarious that Harry, who is the one who complains about his family leaking and planting stories in the media about his family, but this story was actually in the royal family since day after Spare came out, and nobody talked about it until Harry and Meghan decided that it's time to leak it because nobody else did. So I suppose that they were waiting for someone to leak and plant that story, but nobody did. And it came very close to the coronation. And in my opinion, whether Harry wants to go to the coronation or not, he wanted this story out, because if he's not going to the coronation, he needed a good enough excuse. And if he is going to the coronation, it is like I said yesterday, he wants the world to see what he's had to endure and what a big person he is and how he is withstanding all of those obstacles that his family is putting in his way, and despite it all, he is being the bigger person, and he is going to the coronation to honor his father, although his family is not making it easy for him. So this is my this is my theory, and I'm using the ARCANUM tarot because this is one of the deck that will participate in my next tarot giveaway. And this giveaway, I will try to do this video in the weekend. This giveaway will be for 3 winners and 3 decks. The 3 decks will be kind of unknown decks. So one is the ARCANUM Tarot, one is the Ethereal Vision Tarot, and one will be one would be an oracle deck that I haven't decided whether it will be the mystical moments or the soul's journey. So you can write me in the comments of this video which one do you prefer. Anyway, I'm going to do an SOS reading, looking into what Harry and Meghan really tried to do when they leaked that information. And then I'm going to do several Tarako questions, including what Omid Scobie tried to say yesterday, that 2 of the royal family members are appalled, and whether or not it's other than the 2 ones that we know that are appalled, which are Harry and Meghan, and whether it is something that other people from the royal family were opposed to. And once again, as I said yesterday, I do not believe that this was taken lightly. I believe that the royal family knew what was in Spare before it came out, and King Charles gave Harry the benefit of the doubt until it did come out. And when it did come out and he saw that there were no changes made, he decided to go through with it. But this was planned before. And once again, one question that is not connected to this will be around Clever Blends and a video that DEWTAROT did, which is quite a video that is not his style, because usually he is explaining things out of the narcissistic point of view. But in this video, he, and I will link it below, he debunked the claim that Meghan invested any money in the Clever Bland's company. Okay, so let's start by clearing the my disclaimer. So this is a tarot reading. It is vibrational. It is open to interpretation. It exists as assumptions and speculation, and as such, may or may not be true. So please do your own research and decide for yourselves. Okay, so let's clear the deck. And let's start asking. So, what did Harry and Meghan try to achieve by leaking to the newspapers that King Charles notified them that he's not renewing their contract on Frogmore Cottage? What did Harry and Meghan tried to achieve by telling the press that King Charles decided not to extend their contract or lease on Frogmore Cottage? What were they trying to achieve? Why did they decide to leak that information? Now, this is an SOS question, but it is more than that, because this is not a classic SOS with an answer in the middle. But let's see, the answer is in the middle, so this is the most important card, and the side cards are the ones that give us an explanation. So the main answer is in the middle, and what we're getting is the Six of Wands. So this is what they were trying to achieve. They tried to achieve a victory, and for them it was some kind of this is like a chess play game. This is like we are in war with the royal family. This is us trying to achieve this victory. There is no other way to look at that. This is their attempt to, as I said before, for Harry to show the world what he has endured in order to get to what he has where he is now. It is his attempt to show the world that his father has been very cruel to him. This is their attempt to achieve this small victory in this very long-term war. And because there is a war and there is the final fight in which the war is completely decided, and then there is the final victory, but then there are small victories on the way, and this is their attempt to achieve this very small victory. And they were waiting for the right time, and right after South Park, when their image was at the rock bottom, they decided to come out with this to try to maybe get some points of, in the PR battle. Pity is not exactly the word that I was trying to find, but this is the closest one that wants to describe what I was trying to say. Okay, so the victory card is going towards this card, and what we're seeing here is the Nine of Cups. So one of the things that they want to achieve is their wishes coming true. They want their wishes to come true. This is what they want to get. This is the main reasons. This is their achievement of all of their dreams. And here we see this card is a card that looks very, very similar to the Seven of Cups, which is the cups of dreams that can become reality. This is not the regular nine of cups, and it looks a lot more dreamy. In each cup there are different things, and the cups are scattered around, not in the regular way, not in the traditional way. And this is what this card is all about. They are riding towards achieving their dreams. This is what they really want. This is what they want to achieve. They want to get their dreams come true. They want their wishes to come true. They think that by getting these points, getting the world to feel sorry for them, to the world to maybe relate to them in a way, they feel that they might get this, get people to sign in, and to more people to be their fans, or more people to support their the things that they support, and more people, and maybe get some more contracts and deals in the future. So this is part of what they are trying to achieve, and they are leaving the energy that they are leaving. The Six of Wands is moving away from the energy of the Seven of Cups. And the Seven of Cups is, it's interesting because the Seven of Cups is a card of dreams, as I said, very similar to the Nine of Cups. But in the Seven of Cups, there are also nightmares. As you can see here, the cups are full with delightful things, very nice things, fruit, and all the things are very positive. But in the Seven of Cups, there are quite ominous things here. There is the snake, and there is the dragon, and the ghost, and this ominous thing here. So, and this woman doesn't look very happy. So they are moving away from dreams and from things that might be considered as nightmares, and going towards wishes coming true. So it's not, they are trying to move away from getting, from the dream part, and getting them realized by this victory. And the common ground here is the laurel, because you can see the laurel appears here and the laurel appears here. So they are taking the laurel from the dreams card and carrying it with them on the wand, and going all the way to make it their wishes come true. So this is what they're trying to achieve. They want to get their wishes come true. They want to leave those bad dreams behind. They want to leave the nightmares behind, and to get to a place where everything is fun and dandy, as Neil Sean likes to say. So this is the reason why they did that. This is why. Okay, now I'm doing the Tarako reading, and we have 5 questions. And I'm starting with asking the universe to align the cards in a way to answer my next questions. So let's start by clearing the deck. So please align the cards in a way that will answer my next questions. Please align the cards in a way that will answer correctly my next questions. Please align the cards in the correct way to answer correctly my next questions. Please align the cards in the right way to answer correctly my next questions. Once again, cutting only once. The first question is Meghan actually satisfied? Neil Sean said today that he believes that Meghan is actually happy that this has happened, because this is like cutting the umbilical cord. This is like her having no real reason for going back to the UK. This is completely cutting the ties to the UK, and she's actually happy about that. So is Meghan actually happy about this? And this sounds very plausible, and this could be the reason why we didn't see her, because she didn't want to be seen happy and about when she's supposed to be in shock. So let's see what the answer is. And the answer is the Four of Swords. And the Four of Swords is indecisive. So this is not a clear yes and not a clear no. And this shows that she did need to take some time, and this is why she was out of sight. She needed some time to think about it, whether or not she wants to be happy about it or not. In a way, she is there. She still hasn't decided yet. The Four of Swords is deciding not to decide. So in one way, she is happy that she doesn't have to keep on this make-believe that she really wanted to be a royal, or that that she really wants to go back to the UK. But she doesn't like the way that it looks like she didn't have any kind of control of this. So the slight is something that she doesn't like. So this is why she needed that time off. But right now she doesn't look like she is in shock. She doesn't look like she is suffering. But this card shows that she wasn't happy from the beginning. So she needed that time off to decide what her real emotions will be, because like every narcissist, she doesn't really have the emotions. She needs to decide what is the best way to act, and what is her best interest, where is their best interest lies. So once again, she needed some time to think of how she's going to play that out, and she needed some time once again to show Harry that she's not that happy, and that she is shocked, because Harry needs to believe that she's shocked. So this card is showing that she herself needed time to think about her own response and how she feels, and she wants the world to believe that she doesn't feel good about it, that she was very sick, she couldn't get out of bed, and that is part of the reasons why we didn't see her for nearly 2 months, and this is part of her need to decide how to feel. So this is real need to decide how to feel, because as a narcissist, she cannot really feel. So she needs to think about what is the best way to feel. Okay, next card is, will this affect Harry's appointment as Counselor of State? So will Harry cease to be Counselor of State? Because he doesn't have a UK residence. Of course, he can lease another place in the UK. So let's see what the answer is. And the answer is the King of Swords. So usually court cards are, in most of questions, are the yes answers. The King of Swords is the pacifying king. This is the king that usually wants everyone to feel at ease around him. He is the pacifier. He thrives to equilibrium around him. but this is a yes answer in most questions. And I think that in this question, it is a yes answer because the King of Swords also have a militant side to him. He also someone that will go out for a fight if need be. And in this instance, I think that the king represents the need for equilibrium in everything that is connected to Harry and the way that he's seen by the British people. And the British people don't want him as Chancellor of State, and they have professed their wish many times. And I think that the king himself, this is part of him trying to reach some kind of equilibrium and being a king himself. So right now he is using his sword, and yeah, there are thoughts about cutting Harry out of the list of councillors of state, and this is part of why this was done. But this is once again, as just like the titles, this is not going to be immediate, and this is not something that we will hear about soon, but it is something that is looming in the future. So it is going to affect Harry's position as Counselor of State. Next question is, did anyone from the royal family make any kind of, was opposed to this decision, any kind of shock to this decision? And the answer is the Two of Cups. And the Two of Cups is another card that speaks about, that is another card that is a message card. It's not a yes card, it's not a no card. And the Two of Cups is a card that speaks about the need to be active. And it's curious because we are talking about two members of the royal family that were shocked about this news. And this is like two people here and two cups. And two people that are looking at this and saying that there is a need to be active, there is a need to be the ones that are doing things, the ones that are not waiting for things to happen by themselves, not waiting for things to just come out and happen. And I believe that if anyone from the royal family said anything, they were in the positive and not in the negative to the king's decision. So if anything, people were trying to make King Charles understand that he needs to do that, and maybe even encourage him to do that, because this is what the Two of Cups is talking about. Be the suitor, don't wait to be courted. So don't wait for people to do the job for you. Do that by yourself. And this is exactly what the Two of Cups speaks about. So if anyone was in the royal family has made any kind of opinion, it was an opinion that speaks for this move. And because we see two people here, the two people that were shocked are Harry and Meghan. And once again, they leaked the information. They were trying to salvage their own reputation. So this is their attempt to be the ones that are active. So this is why we are getting the Two of Cups in this question as well. This is their attempt to control the narrative. This is what they were trying to do after the king has made his decision. So right now, this is their attempt to control things. But this is not anyone else from the royal family professing any kind of opposition to this. Okay. Next question is something that came up in the comments yesterday, and today there was an article in the Express about it, and someone put out the idea that William and Catherine might move to Frogmore Cottage, not Frogmore Cottage, I'm sorry, to the Royal Lodge after King Charles will renovate it. And this is an interesting question. Neil Sean actually said that he believes that William and Catherine will move to apartments in Windsor Castle. And he thought that this was the reason why Harry and Meghan couldn't stay in Frogmore Cottage any longer, because Windsor is going to be cemented as William and Catherine's home, and William cannot stand being next to Harry, so Harry couldn't be in the same even perimeter. So is it about William and Catherine eventually moving to the Royal Lodge? So let's see. And now I am reminded of another question that I will insert after this one. So we will have 6 questions and not 5. And this is exactly what the Tarako is all about. Okay, so the answer for this question is the lovers. So I don't think so. It's interesting because these 2 cards look very much the same, but the Lovers card is about cutting out things that are not helping you in your life's pathway. And as you can see here, there is this arrow between them, and the arrow can be signify many things. It can signify the Cupid arrow that is part of their love or is creating their love, but it can also be the one that divides them. And when you're looking at the pathway that is between the lovers, or the thing that is in their between them, that is dividing them, for them to be together, there is a need to take out all of the things that are obstructing. So, and this is true not only for lovers, it's true for each and every one of us. We need to look at our life's pathway, to look at the things that are not helping us and cut them out. And in this instance, I don't think that the Royal Lodge is a good place for William and Catherine. And right now, I don't think that this is part of the king's plan. Not right now. He might think about renovating the Royal Lodge himself, but right now he's not thinking about it as a good place for William and Catherine. Maybe in the future, but this is not part of the plan as it is right now. Okay, so the other question that came up is whether King Charles was the one who paid for Frogmore Cottage renovation, because after Harry and Meghan left, there was this big debacle about the £2.4 million that was spent for the renovation of Frogmore Cottage, because they wanted new things there, although it was renovated not long before, and there was a lot of money spent from taxpayers' money, and after they left, there was a cry for them to give back the money, and at first they said that they will split that payment on a span of years, and then suddenly they paid the whole sum, and people are now contemplating on whether King Charles was the one who paid that money. So did King Charles pay the money that was spent on renovating Frogmore Cottage? The answer is the Queen of Cups. Now, the Queen of Cups is the Scorpio card, and King Charles is a Scorpio, and this is why it is a yes card. Whenever you get a card that is the same sign as the person, it is usually a yes answer. But the Queen of Cups is also the adventurous, a woman that is taking risks. and a woman that will change things no matter what, someone who wants things to be changed, and even if it means destroying things that are destroying things or burning bridges behind her, destroying in order to rebuild. And this is exactly what we see King Charles doing today. And I believe that King Charles paid that money because he didn't want Harry and Meghan to owe the royal family or the British people any money. He didn't want them to have any kind of long-term commitment. And they didn't want to have that long-term commitment, but they couldn't spend this whole sum of money at once. So he is the one who paid that sum of money, and the Queen of Cups here is a yes answer. Okay, last card. So did Meghan? So it sounds really very. Well, it makes sense that Meghan didn't actually invest any kind of money in Clever Brands, that she only gave her name in order to give some PR. That the only money that she invested was for this PR, for the PR that was for her name to be elevated and for that brand to be elevated. And now that Kim Kardashian said that she supports this brand that Meghan Markle has invested in. So, and of course Oprah said that before. So this is about trying to do some kind of PR tricks in order to promote a brand that I don't need to tell you a lot about it. If you watched Sue Smith, then you know the truth behind this brand. So let's see, is it true? So did Meghan actually give money to Clever Brands? This is the question. Did she actually give them money to invest? Did she actually invest money in Clever Brands apart from money for the PR tours? So did she actually invest money in the brand? And the answer is the Page of Wands. And in this instance, the Page of Wands is a no answer, because the Page of Wands is the page that always jumps from one bandwagon to another bandwagon. He never stays in one place. He is someone who is very curious, someone who wants to learn new things. I'm not saying that this is Meghan, okay, but the Page of Wands as a whole is someone who is very interested in studies, wants to learn new things. He's going around and learning things, and he is very interested. But one of his downfalls is that he never stays in one place. So nothing really interests him in a way that he can go all the way and really invest himself in a way that he finishes something. So he starts new things, and then he jumps to the next bandwagon and the next bandwagon. And there is this, there is this a banner that someone prepared that I saw on Instagram with every brand, every bandwagon the Sussexes jumped on since they left the royal family. And there are so many bandwagons that it is amazing. Some of them we just don't remember, and nothing never ever stuck. So this shows that she didn't actually invest money. This is what the Page of Wands means in this question. So A.G. Tudor is right, and they did not invest money. Okay, the oracle is the WYLDER one oracle, which is an oracle that goes into, it's like a fair with witches and wild things. It's a very colorful, beautiful uh, oracle. So let's start by shuffling it and then just asking for a message for us on dealing with with everything that is new on the news. So let's clear the deck. Okay, so how to deal with everything that comes out in the news lately. How to deal with everything that comes out in the news lately. Okay, so we get the two owls, and it is a joyful new connection. I am worthy of love. I love me. Interesting. Now, this is an interesting oracle because it is the message is the message that is written here, and it is a message that tells us that we are worthy our own love. That it's not about it's not about asking for others to appreciate us. It's about appreciating ourselves, and it's about about appreciating our community and about loving ourselves. And then we need to look at the symbols in this card. And two symbols that we see here is the hats, and the hats symbolize authority, social hierarchy, nobility, and respect. So we see here that we need to respect ourselves, and this is in connection with nobility. So there is connection to the royal family here, and this is in connection with everything that goes around with the royal family. And we have two owls here. So the owls symbolize wisdom and higher knowledge and protection. So once again, this is about us being wise to look at the facts, to look at the information, and to know, to see the things that are true and the ones that are not, to differentiate between them, and to use our higher knowledge, to use our wisdom, and to learn how to protect ourselves from the false narratives that the Sussexes are trying to put out there. Another interesting symbol are the shoes, and the shoes if they are brown, it's about returning to one's root and staying grounded. And this is telling us to stay grounded, not to believe things that are being said out there, all sorts of crazy suppositions, or all sorts of information that a lot of information is being spewed out there. Not all of it is true. So to stay grounded, and once again returning to the roots. And this is us seeing the royal family also returning to their roots and to being more, or the king being more authoritative, and he is also being very grounded and holding his ground. Another symbol here is, wait a minute. Okay, so I thought the stick was also a symbol, but it's not according to the booklet, at least not a symbol that the writers saw, but the writers of this oracle do call us to look at the cards and see symbols and what they are saying to us. And I think that the stick here is, or the walking cane here, is giving me the vibe of like a crutch, something that is helping us to stand, something that is helping us to walk, and to something that is supporting us. So this is like a support mechanism, something that we can use to aid us. And once again, there is this twosome theme that goes all around, and we got it in the Two of Cups, and we got it in the Lovers. So these two people that also have this connection with them, and there is this joyful new connection, and there is this love between them, but this is also about the Two of Cups. This is also about the Lovers. This is also about the meanings that are telling us that this was a necessary thing, but the Sussexes are attempting to create their own narrative out of this, and they're trying to control the narrative by leaking and planting stories in the media, in the tabloids that they dislike so much. So this is it, and I hope you liked it. If you did, please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, leave me a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.